Hello everyone. So this is your collective reading, or your personal. I can't really say personal because it's not for each one of you individually, but it's for all who will watch. And this one is for November 26th through the 30th. I'm going to do a much bigger spread and get you through the next, several days while I take a little time off for, Thanksgiving. I think I might have some time to do a couple of political readings before the end of the week, but I wanted to make sure you guys had this before. And I'm using the Dreaming Way Linamon by, I don't know. I just found it. I think I found it on Amazon. Because we have artwork and then written by Lynn Arujo? Arujo? I don't know. Quanchina did the artwork. I love the artwork in this little deck. Okay, so what do you guys need to know November 26th through the 30th? And my members, I'll do your reading for the next week. I always do that on Fridays. So this is for non-members. But if members watch too, I'm sure it'll apply. It will apply for anyone who watches. And if not, don't take any of it in. If it doesn't feel right, doesn't work out for you, don't take any of it in. But just use it as a learning lesson, card meanings, adventure. Boy, can you tell it's Mercury retrograde? You take it as an adventure in learning the card meanings. Oh my goodness. Okay, November 26th through the 30th, 2024. Let's get us through the rest of the month. Okay, friendship is really important. Loyalty, loving up your fur babies, like that's at the heart of the reading. Improvements are coming, but also when it comes to walking your doggy, now I doubt you walk your cats, but I have known cats that do very well on a leash. They might stop and play with it, but dogs do too. But this could be going to and from the home, little short trips. Maybe when if it's colder weather, or if you live in the future in Australia, then it's you're getting your summer, and you might have more trips out with pets, or especially doggies. Ooh, lots of love there, lots of commitment there. The Tower, I feel in the context of this, is about scheduling. Scheduling in, the dog walks, scheduling in things with your friends, being in your authority. Don't go into the isolating yourself, because then little things will start triggering you. And we can kind of have a little bit of a toxic mind going on if we're left to our own devices for too long, right? We have to be careful of that. Unless you do a lot of meditation, which is what the little Tower card is in the Lennies. It's about reaching a higher plane of existence. It's about boundaries. But this also could be trips back and forth to a little bit of maybe a medical center, or any tall building, any business, and getting details and information. The mice doesn't have to be like stealing the cheese. It doesn't have to be anxiety or gnawing at you. It can simply be getting lots of details so that then you can see the big picture. I kind of like that. Then we have the lilies. We have the clouds with a cup of coffee. That's so funny. And the Crossroads Pathway cards, which in this deck they wisely named it choices, except for it doesn't. I'll just let that go. We have to go with the deck we use, right? Hold on. You can tell I've got trouble here. Okay, there we go. So at the heart of the week, or the 4 days, we are going to have wise, Friendships of wisdom that we talk to about things that are bugging us. Wise friendships that help us to get to the important details, to get to the heart of the matter, and then from there make wise choices. And I'm just going to read this as over coffee or over tea or over whatever, I think it's more about meeting up and thinking about the future, looking up, letting your heart soar, just going to higher ground with your heart, no matter what's going on. There's commitment there. To have the dog and the ring together, it just doesn't get any better than that. The dog's all about kindness and helpfulness and trusting your instincts. This could also be a therapist of any type. This could also be your spirit guide, and of a very high level with the tower above. And maybe you get guidance while you're having your coffee and your tea, coffee or tea, right? Or whatever you do, if it's a smoothie or whatever you do, there's something there. Now, if I were to leave the coffee out of it or the cup out of it and just look at it as the traditional meaning with the clouds, it's that in the heart, you will always clear away the clouds. The clouds are hesitation and sometimes things that are hidden, but also things that we can detach from and things that we just kind of wait for. We wait for the clouds to clear. Maybe we're waiting for the little things that bug us to clear and get out of our consciousness. But if we meditate every day, meditate here, Lily's can be about meditation. If we get the pure, clean mind, then these little boogers are gone, right? But details are good. Maybe we're making plans for the family, the commitments to our family, and gathering up details about Christmas gifts, things like that. Okay, so we keep going. We have the letter and the fox, the house and the coffin. That could be just putting our feet up. The mountain and the ship. Okay. So with the letter, this would be a text, an email. It would be any written communication or documents. It could be a prescription of any type, even from a naturopathic doctor. That helps, that brings in improvement. But it could also be a document related to your home, your house. House card is also, it's like our body and soul. It's our foundation. It's property of any type. Family, where we feel safe and secure. It's a 4, so it would be over the next 4 days, something like that. Getting rest is what I'm getting here, because these two cards mirroring each other. Getting rest is good for your heart, good for your immune system. We all need breaks. We've been under tremendous stress politically, and that will take its toll if we don't take care of ourselves. Mirroring the letter and the fox together. Now, the fox can be something, this can be a scam artist. It can be a manipulating liar, and something can be wrong. It's about as bad as a snake, or as bad, or maybe even worse. This could be a scam email. So to watch for scam emails from fraudulent organizations. Okay, that's always good advice. Yeah. Down here, we also have, well, let me read this other angle. Well, let's do this, because the clouds can be about something hidden. What can be hidden has to do with a commitment that is not trustworthy. Okay, so we want to be careful there. If it's a scam email, it could be something that comes to you from what seems to be a place of love, but it's not. It's a theft, trying to steal. Okay. The Mountain card can be about hidden enemies. Could also be a spa or a retreat area if you do that. Whenever you can, you should, right? Even forest bathing, getting up in the mountains, spending some time in a conifer forest is very healing. Just make sure the weather's, okay for you. And it could bring through a lot of change with the ship card. Now, on a funny level too, the ship card can bring through like a greater understanding, because this card is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter rules Sag, and Sag rules the ninth house, and but there could be some greater understanding and some tolerance here. But this is also a card for wanting to get away. Wanting to get away to a spa area would bring a lot of peace and harmony. And maybe they have really healthy drinks that you can choose from, lots of choices. But what I love about this bottom line here is, I usually look at the upper row as being like what we don't have control over. And the middle row can be about, how we, sometimes the choices that we make. But down here, the bottom line to me is always what we actually have control over. So if you can't afford to get away to a spa or a vacation area, and you have to stay home, you can still make the choice to have some purifying type of drinks, to have some purifying meditations, alone time. Alone time's up here, alone time is down here, right? And that kind of clear out the cobwebs. And from there, you can make good decisions. But, when you sit down to meditate, it's always good to keep a notepad on your lap and take notes. Or if you want to use your voice memo app on your phone, do it that way. But you always want to make sure you write down or capture the guidance, because it's easily forgotten. So, okay, cards knighting together. Well, of course, the dog in the center knights to all four corners. And the four corners always has a special message. So I'm feeling like, because the dog is about hearing, listening, smelling, it's all the senses, I feel like this card is saying, listen up. You need rest. You need retreat. Be careful about messages, scam emails, because that's here at this other corner. Okay. And it could also be about listening up as to, like I said before, it's just a repeat message here, that spas or retreats or meditation could help bring in, captures some special messages that you can analyze later, because the Fox card doesn't have to be bad. It's also another card on the good level of, little jobs, little tasks, something that is very special. It's my card for specialists, Like if you're looking for a doctor, this could be a specialist type of a therapist with these cards knighting together. And it could be connecting with someone like that via email. And then it moves you to a much better position in your life. Could also be a specialist travel agent here, right? Getting away to a place that's really wonderful to go. And just make sure you check it out. I always want to check out the credentials of the travel agent, of course, first. Make sure the reviews are good and all of that. So I'm going to focus on the Coffin card. It knights to the Tower. This, I really just feel like it's putting an end on one level, because it's nighting to the clouds, putting an end to confusion by getting some time alone and by resting. Okay, that's a very clear message there. The same thing with the house. In the sanctity of your own home, you can always clear out the cobwebs. Maybe you wash some windows if the weather's good enough. But then again, it's just going to rain again, right? But yeah, and if you're in an apartment building up high or a condo up high, you might not be able to do something like that very easily. Okay, let's see, what else? Choices. Also, the Crossroad Pathway card can be about distractions. So you want to be careful about just, distractions of a nature that are not good at all. Over-analyzing can be a distraction here. With the crossroads, another one of the meanings is just thinking about like a turning point. There can be a turning point because maybe you really do have an understanding as to how phishing emails work, and maybe they're getting a little more sophisticated and tricky, but you nail it. You nail it, or someone in a higher position of authority that can teach you all about that, you connect with, because the help is right here. That's the core of the reading. So if anything is like eating away at your heart, just know that there are alternative decisions that can be made. There, this is a card of a turning point too. But it could be the choice. I mean, when we're talking travel, we've got the road here, because this is normally the crossroad, pathway card. And then we've got long distance travel here, which could be, anything. Train, plane, ship, boat, train, plane, whatever. Yeah. So be careful about commitments. Take it to a higher source within and without before you make the change. Okay, that's clear right there. And once you do all that, here, you have the peace. You have the wisdom and the peace coming in, the harmony. This is also a wintertime card, as well as the mountain is a wintertime card. So this, there could be a lot of, plans being made for the rest of the year and getting through all of the holidays. It looks to me like that's the case. Let's see. Yeah. Choose love. Choose love. Minimize deception and minimize deception as well as distractions. Put your feet up as much as you need and can, because it's going to help. For some reason or other, there's a lot about that. Ending distractions and moving forward. That's the answer there. So it's time to, if I were using the tarot, we would have had the Two of Pentacles, that has to do with time management and prioritization, planning and prioritizing. But it's good to do that with your feet up, with your calendar out, and taking notes and meditating and all that. And you have your trusty guides right here. Okay, well, that's all I have. Take good care. Lots of love, you guys.